Greetings, fellow Demon Slayers. This is Taimanin Mari and Tak, and we're here today with another Action Taimanin video. So for today's topic, I want to show you guys this Gremory coding error, and then we're going to go and watch some footage from Ultra of him using the current supporter, Ren, on Sue. So you all can kind of see how Ren works. If you haven't already, I know she's been out a bit, but I honestly forgot he sent this to me. I'm sorry, Ultra, so we're gonna put it out now. Either way, so, I was having a discussion on the server, and there was something I needed to check on the actual news section of their site. So I went to the Action Taimanin site and got this page. Whatever, blah blah blah, like, the site was down, obviously. So we kind of had a bit of a lull that it said this benchmark is worthless or whatever, and then we went on about it. I happened to be gaming with Wolf, and I showed him this. And Wolf has some coding experience. So he kind of scrolled down and started looking at the lines of code, and he managed to find what we think is the error. Now if you look at this, this is like still the error page, but this is the lines of code that would have to be corrected to fix it. And if you look here, for their www public domain, instead of global, they wrote global with an R. You see this tag?
They misspelled global, really?
Yeah, 3 times. Global, and then global, and then global.
What the hell?
So we kind of we're laughing about it, but here's the funny part. When Wolf was looking at this, the site came back up, right? So it was it had been about 4 hours since we figured out it was down. Now I was Wolf just kind of opened it casually and found the error literally in less than a minute. He was oh, there's the problem. It says global. And I'm are you kidding me? You found this in a minute and it took them 4 hours to fix it? He's honestly, this shouldn't have ever been an issue, because they should have pulled up the URL before ever making it ever posting it to the domain, because they can look at the site before actually making it public. So if they had looked at it, they would have known that there was an error and they would have fixed it before it ever went live. But they posted it live and we got to see this little hiccup here. And on the next page, another friend of mine, Mr. Bigglesworth, he actually... I'll have to zoom out. There we go. He actually went and looked at it after it was fixed. He pulled up the page code. And if you look here, you see it says global down the line now. Because once the code resolves, then the pathways come in. So it looks a little bit different, but these are pretty much the pathways that this was trying to follow. But because of the word global, it all stopped and we got... Get small again. We got this error. So yeah, the site was down for 4 hours because someone at Gremory spelled global as grobal. So just a little laugh for everyone. We get to kick Gremory some more, and alright, we'll go to the Ultra footage now.
Kind of embarrassing, I would say.
You said it's kind of embarrassing. It was just too funny to not share. I mean, people think I'm an asshole, but I don't care. It's just a funny little error.
It's
Some guy was probably tired, realistically. I know that Blade Shooter said something funny. He's what if they were trying to spell it as Grobaru? Like a Japanese person, Globalu? Or how a Japanese would say it. He used an R instead of an L.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, yeah.
But, okay, on to the footage. So yeah, Sue with Ren supporter. We'll get right into it. First, I want to read this. So, Tokiko, scheme, plot, I'm coming for that #1 spot. And I mean, with this account, Ultra probably is #1. He's definitely Smitty McWortherman Jensen. Because, oof. His account's OP! Look at Sue. Did you get Sue's swimsuit? Tech.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm
okay.
Here.
Oh man. So he's got on yellows. Crit rate. Rebellious weapon. Okay. And the defensive awakenings.
He sent me some screenshots of the damage she got.
Is she like? I mean, I'll see her in a second, but I don't know, man. I just don't think it's a good supporter, like compared to what we could have.
Yeah, like what he's told me, her supporter's okay. It's not like, it's not bad, it's not good, but it's just in the middle. It's okay.
What I really want to talk about while this plays is like, where is the Rin gameplay of her skills and stuff?
Yeah.
Like, weren't they releasing that before the characters at one point, or am I imagining things?
They usually do it like either the day that like when Astaroth, like a couple hours before Astaroth came out, or
they put it out
during the, or they did the weekend basically. But I don't know.
Okay.
Something's up with that right now with the gameplay.
I don't know what's going on. It's not even the gameplay. I feel like the she's like 600k, 700k. It's really underwhelming, like for what we would need it to do to be viable in tower. As a main slot, it's just not a very good main slot.
Yeah,
it's an okay sub.
Yeah, sub is basically just gonna be mainly gonna be in the role basically.
Yeah, because it's just such a slow cooldown. Like it's like you get to do 600k to like, and it doesn't even hit the full screen. It hits, you know, just the stuff like kind of around you.
Yeah, and plus like the little lightning bolts thing that she gets, it's every 15 seconds. Sora does it exactly the same thing, but hers is better though.
Yeah, I know. I'm not even really saying anything about them because it's not really.
It's not really. Like,
it's not really. Yeah,
basically.
It's not game changing at all. Yeah, it's okay. Maybe to someone who's like lower gear, like if they stun something that's like dangerous, like I don't know, say for some reason it stunned Yuki while you're fighting the Taimanin, I guess it would be good. But if I was going to do tower and fight Taimanin and all, I wouldn't be putting Rin in the main slot.
Yeah. Also, you probably have noticed that she does a unique debuff basically too, like the lightning.
Yeah, I see the little lightning debuff. Again, it's underwhelming, but I don't know what the debuff does yet, because like.
So.
Do you?
From what I can tell, yeah, I do. So. There's two parts of it. The first one, it lowers your defense, lowers the enemy's defense. So it's another defensive lower. And also the second part is electrocution, basically, or electrified, or whatever the heck is it called.
Does it
the problem is
deal damage over time, or?
I don't know. I don't know. That's the thing. Like no one knows. I was watching Waystorm testing it out. It doesn't really it doesn't reduce their speed. It doesn't look like a dot. It doesn't like. It's kind of weird. It doesn't really do a whole lot. It's just to me, I just see electrify as basically another way of lowering defense, basically. So you can stack with rebellious, basically.
And that's what I was thinking. I guess that could make her viable. Is that only on the passive, or is it on the active? Because the active's killing everything in one shot. Because this bonus stage is a joke.
Yeah. I think it's only the active because you have to use the lightning part, basically.
Okay, because if it was tied to the little passive, I think the passive just stuns them, right? Or groggy or whatever.
I'm not sure. That's the only thing. It does damage, but I'm not really that sure.
Yeah, she's not very good. But yeah, I'm just wondering what's up with like the YouTube channel in general, because it felt like around Christmas they were on this like the path to like talking to us more, giving more info, and I feel like in the last few months it kind of just
slowed down.
Yeah, to like a trickle, dude. Like I remember like we were talking about Mimi like a little while ago, and I was like, dude, where's Mimi been? It's been like a couple months, and then like she popped up, and I was, oh, I guess she's still around. And so like she's, you know, I was like, yo, it's been like almost a month and a half, 2 months since we last saw Mimi, because she didn't do anything for a long time after the fan, like the content creator video.
Yeah, the content creator.
There was like a pause.
And then her return was like, I think it was the Micah gameplay, but that came out like a week after Micah was released. So like,
Yeah, it came out
basically-
after Micah, and we were like, "What's this for?" Like this, we already had covered it at that point, and then I mean, then they did the voting results, and you know, there's been other stuff since then, but there was like that weird like slowdown, and now the information just seems to not really be super helpful. You know, like
Yeah,
like
not
they
really
did
helping.
the Rin showcase for her skins, but they had that filter on, so you couldn't really observe the skins. They had the Blight Court
Yeah.
jamming in the background, like "Cut me and gag me where I stand, daddy," because I'm a freaking emo whore. And then they had her gameplay showcase, which again, I don't know what it's
only a
gonna
minute
take.
long, though.
Yeah, they're like minute-long videos, and the little teaser, like, just having them fight the weekend enemies, it doesn't really make anyone, like, excited. Like, what makes the people
Yeah.
excited is obviously your tits and ass, because the community's filled with simps. But, like, no one, like, when I'm looking at the gameplay, because that's what I care about, like, I'm like, this is just low-level, like, booty gameplay. Like, this doesn't tell me anything about the character. And I really
And
wish they would, like, at least put supporters on the damn character.
I mean, they probably do, but they're not like.
No, I
probably
mean,
got
but like, when, like, people were saying they don't think that they even had on supports, besides
Oh, that could be
besides
true.
just Rin in the main slot.
Yeah, yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, like just only the main slot. No
Yeah,
Namatargis
not
as
fully
well.
geared, because so you can't even
Yeah.
see like, because when they attack, they're only doing like 2,000. You know, it's like baby
Yeah.
damage. Yeah,
Yeah, and like the weapons is probably like level 1, basically, not even like.
it's like, you know,
leveled up.
she works
I
for
know.
Gremory, man. Like, I'm sure she could get a freaking test account and use the character at like optimal level and be like, yeah, this is what they do. Like, honestly, people would dig that if they just did like a freaking 30-minute stream every character release, like where it's just like, oh yeah, we're just gonna play the character like on a test account in all their gear, and just go fight stuff. People
It's
would
not
really
that-
like that. They don't even have to know what they're talking about, because the character is gonna be so OP that even Mimi could do it.
Yeah, I don't think it's her problem. I think it's just Gremory just doesn't know how to.
Oh no, I don't
get
think
the-
it's Mimi. I think it's Gremory completely. Yeah,
Yeah,
obviously.
I think it's Gremory doesn't know how to like to basically pace themselves. Basically, that's their problem.
Oh yeah, they're like character, 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 character. Speaking of character, it's been a really long time since we got Tower. I was talking with Blade Shooter, and the last Tower was the 23rd of November. The last Tower came out 6 months after the first, and now we're past 6 months, and we still don't have one. So that's a big oof. A little bit wondering what's going on there. But
Okay, yeah, that's a bit. Yeah, it's like already at the 6 mark. Yeah, it's already.
It's past 6 months. Yeah, it's been past. It's like a couple weeks past 6 months. There's other stuff he was pointing out too. I'm actually gonna like probably talk to him, or he'll probably DM me after the video. I kind of want a list of like, because they were making promises in the video, the interview, that just never happened. Like I could have sworn at one point they were like, oh, we're gonna have like this big announcement, and it just never came. But I think maybe the spring event was it. But the spring event was was good, yes, but it wasn't to me like a big deal like that. It was the big announcement. And I mean, they added Secret Quest, but Secret Quest again is still kind of.
It's kind of redundant. And
It's just another
like
daily. Yeah, it's not a big announcement to me. So I kind of wonder like. When is this, like, you know, when's the next tower coming? When's any sort of end game coming, if at all? Probably not, because I think at this point they're just going to keep selling us skins and booba, and it's kind of going to still be a video game, but I don't think they really even want to add anymore. Because I was talking with Ultra yesterday, and he even said, yeah, it seems to me like most of the community just likes looking at the characters, and they're all casuals, really. Like, there's hardcore people, yes, who play, and there's, you know, middle ground people who play in Clear Tower. But he thinks for the most part that people just want to look at the characters, pet them, and log off. And he thinks that's what Gremory's trying to sell us. Because they're just giving us character after character after character. The characters look great. Ren looks great. I heard one person... Okay, 2 people. I heard one person who wasn't Ark say her face looks derpy. Or they don't like her face or something. I heard, besides that, the only person who doesn't like her is Ark, but Ark doesn't like anything but Monster Hunter and Final Fantasy, and like Tokiko. So, I mean, of course he doesn't like her, but I just love to see where, like, I love to know what they're thinking, because if they're really gonna make it like just a game, it's like a waifu simulator. They can do that, but they need to add more like pet animations. They need to, you know, if they're gonna make it like that, they may as well just remove the whole idea of making it a game and just make it a hentai game with 3D Taimanin and sexy time. If that's what they're trying to sell us, it's just the characters and how they look, you know?
Yeah, basically. That's like pretty much what they're doing.
But that's pretty much it. Footage is done. Thank you for being on, Tak. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, like or subscribe, and hit the bell, because not hitting the bell is the equivalent of fucking up your whole website because you wrote an R instead of an L. Fucking Grobel. And with that, you boys and girls have a great rest of your day, and we'll be here tomorrow to hopefully review Ren. Are you getting Ren? Are you gonna get her and like level her?
Yeah, I'll get her. I'll level her up too.
Okay.
For anyone that's like watching this, like after the maintenance, I will be streaming in Mari's Discord server for an hour for people that are interested. But yeah, like I'll give my opinions about her in the video tomorrow.
Oh, and I'd be an asshole if I didn't say, Blade Shooter is going to be streaming Ren as well. Before we even make the video, I think he's gonna start it earlier or right after near when it launches. I don't know. But just keep an eye out. Like, I'll leave a link to his YouTube channel in the description, or not in the description, but in the whatchamacallit, the comments, so it's easy for you guys to find. And if anyone wants to check out like early Ren gameplay, he is going to be streaming it from YouTube. He has a smaller channel, so I want to let people know in case they want to go check out Ren. So keep an eye out for that tomorrow, because he's going to be playing live and leveling her and doing all the good stuff. So yeah, with that. Yeah, you guys take care, and we'll catch you tomorrow with another one. Toodles!